Welcome learners. After completion of week 1, we are happy that majority of you have participated in various events which were occurred during the last week. You are supposed to watch the e-lectures through videos, read the e-text, participate in the non-graded MCQs to assess yourself, submit the graded MCQs, the time is given, submit the subjective assessment. In subjective assessment, I have been told that there are some problems of the students or learners which are not from commerce background. But as there is no prerequisite, so we will take care of this particular issue. We will see that with your knowledge, how have you approached? So there will be step marking, and the mark is also very low. So don't worry about your subjective assessment of week 1. And majority of you and many of you have participated in the discussion forums, live meetings from every part of the country. So it is a very exciting week for us to spend on direct tax laws and practice. And the learning outcomes have been we have learned various ways of minimizing tax liability and the most desired legal way to do so. And that is the tax planning, which is the win-win one. We have seen the background of income tax in India. We have also seen the definition and concepts of income tax. We have seen the basis of charge, how income tax is charged. And lastly, we have seen the scope of total income. Total income is important in the sense that on this income, the income tax is chargeable. So these are the things which we tried that in week 1, the learner should learn. Week 2 will be a very interesting one because in week 2, we'll be discussing two sections. One is residential status and tax incidence. Income Tax Act says that the tax incidence of a person falls on his or her residential status during the previous year. Now mind it, residential status has nothing to do with citizenship. An Indian citizen may be non-resident, a foreigner may be resident in India. We have to go through section 6 of the Act to see that what are the rules for residential status. And also we will see that how tax incidence falls on different categories of residential status. In section 2, we'll be discussing incomes exempt from tax. Income Tax Act has been benevolent enough to exempt many incomes from tax purview. So as a learner, we should know that what are the incomes which are either totally exempt from tax or partially exempted from tax. Please watch the e-lectures through videos. There will be 3 videos for residential status, 2 for exempted incomes. Read the e-text. There will be 2 sections in it, one for residential status, another for exempted income. Participate in the non-graded MCQs to assess yourself. Submit the graded MCQs by due date. Instead of subjective assessment this year, you are relieved. There will be learn more. Some problems and solutions will be given to you so that you can learn this one. Also participate in the discussion forums, live meetings. So in week 2, we'll be having residence status and tax incidence and incomes exempt from tax. And we hope that all of you will participate and learn as much as possible. Thank you and best wishes, and we'll meet you in the discussion forum and live meeting.